So dealing with REMs is just one more item that we can help make easier by using a CSS preprocessor. So we're going to talk about that shortly. But first, just a couple more items about CSS units. The first thing is that with a line height, we can use 170%, but the recommendation is to use a unitless number. Now that might sound a little bit weird, and the way you might learn about such a thing and why it's recommended is by doing a search for line height. Let's do CSS line height. And now we've gone to the W3 schools page, but its suggestion is to use percentages. So let's look at the developer.mozilla.org page. This is a good example of why you might want to use both sources for information, both W3 schools and developer.mozilla.org. There's often bits and pieces on this site about current recommendations that you won't find on W3 schools. So if we scroll down here, it'll give us a sense of syntax. It shows us using percentages like we have. It shows us using EMs, which we just explored. And then it shows us using a unitless number. So if we scroll down a little bit more, there's a section here that says prefer unitless numbers for line height values. And it gives us an example of what happens if you use EMs along with absolute values for font size. And if you arrange the measurements in a certain way, then you'll end up with unexpected results like this. And it suggests that you can avoid this by using a unitless line height. So if we jump back to our example, the way we can achieve this is by changing our line height here to 1.7. And it looks identical to what we had before. So again, by making this change, it's making it directly in styles.css. So we can refresh and we'll still see our 1.7.